I'm Beth Werbeneth.
I'm Justin Renga.
And I'm Colin Neville.
And we are working on a project called Reroute this semester, which is an extension of our software D&D project. And it is pretty awesome. If I can just assure you. How do you play this thing?
Start the application.
No, just that easy. Alright. Reroute. So what we're going to talk about today is what is Reroute? We're going to tell you about its features and why we kind of saw the need to make this application. And then we're going to tell you what it does, tell you what we're going to make it do this semester, and give you a nice demo.
So Reroute is a wireless mouse and keyboard for your PC. Essentially, it turns your Android-enabled device into a remote control for your computer. It's secure, it's open source, and it's a great alternative to applications already present on the Android market, such as what was it?
Remote Droid.
Remote Droid.
The big one.
Yeah, and it's very easy for anyone to use. I can use it, which I guess is a good thing. So essentially, what you do is you just hold your device up to your computer when you boot up Reroute. QR code will pop up, you scan it with your device, and it's connected through UDP. The connection is encrypted, so no one can just hijack your signal and control your computer without your permission. It's got a touchpad style mouse, so it's very easy to use. It's got a keyboard on there, and it's got dual stick controls on there if you want to use it as a game controller.
Yeah, our eventual goal for Reroute is to make it a game controller that users can develop different controllers for whatever game they want. So, say I'm a Skyrim fanatic and I want to play Skyrim on my phone. I can make my own controller and use Reroute to have my own custom way to play Skyrim without having to be right next to my computer using a stupid keyboard.
Okay, so why did we decide to work on Reroute when there are already other somewhat similar applications on the market? Well, first is that we can make it free and open source. There are a couple other free ones, but they're limited in what they can do. So there's, for example, Gmode. It lets you control media players and things like that. It's not an all-purpose sort of solution. Some other ones, for example, Remote Droid will let you control keyboard and mouse, but doesn't let you control games, can't customize it or anything like that. It's not secure. So there's nothing that really captures all the features we wanted to put in here, so that's why we decided to go with Reroute.
If you believe this graph, then Reroute is clearly the best one out of all these options. So what we promised to do this semester is we want to make a plugin interface to kind of use Reroute as a service for other applications that can call it and make it an easy way to send messages from your phone to your computer. We definitely want to make a generic controller, which we kind of have a prototype of that now, but we want to clean it up a bit. We already are working on a presentation controller, which is almost ready, but not quite in time for our presentation. And then generally, you just want to clean up design, put it on the Android marketplace, blah, blah, blah. The thing that we would like to see is an iOS port of this client, because as of now, it's only on Android, and I know a lot of people have iPhones and like them. Right now, the server only runs on Windows, and we would really like to make that cross-platform so Linux and Mac people can use it, even though there's not really any good games on Linux or Mac, so I don't know why they would want to use it. One of the big goals of our project is have an audio-video pipeline. For example, if two people are watching a show and one of them speaks German and the other one speaks English, they could just pipe the different audio tracks to their phone and listen to it with headphones and still watch the same show and enjoy it just the same. And also, we would really like to have Bluetooth support, because in some situations you don't have a wireless connection, and Reroute connects via Wi-Fi. So if you're on the plane, then you may want to use Bluetooth. And we would like to add drivers for native emulation. All right, so that was the boring part of our presentation. Now is the demo. Oh, and here we have a website too. So. All right, so to run it, I'm just going to run the server application. It's super lightweight. Eventually we're going to get rid of this command line. But to get it going, all you do is click on the system tray and connect a new device, and it generates a QR code for your use. And then on my Android, I'm gonna find it. Alright, so once I start it, it pulls up the camera application, and I can use this to scan the QR code. It doesn't really like scan the projector because it's not very clear. I may try to scan. Oh, there we go. And then it pulls up this screen. So now I have remote control. Just to prove it, I'm going to step away. And I'm going to change it to hybrid mode. And this is our basic touchpad and keyboard interface. So as you see, I can control the mouse, and I can click. I can get up here, instead of that, go to Google, click on that. And then I can pull up a keyboard and blah, 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 blah. So we're actually still working on a few bugs with our keyboard. So I'm not going to try to type a dot, because that may break it. But anyway, I can also right-click on here. So to right-click, I just double tap with 2 fingers. So that's pretty cool, right? Also, we have our dual stick mode. Can you switch it to Minecraft?
Can't you do it yourself?
Well, I guess I could.
Alright.
Yeah, just single player, and then log into the potty pants world. So here I have my dual stick controller, and you can't really see what's going on in here. I guess I'm looking up at the sky. Maybe, can you turn off the lights so we can see a little better? I may get killed while I'm doing this. Oh, okay. So there's everything. So here, I'm not really that creative with this yet, but I'm walking around, do. And if you want to jump or attack, too bad. We don't still work on that. The other thing that we have that is brand new, I'm very excited about it because it's what I've been working on this semester, is really cool orientation, kind of Wiimote style support. So here I'm actually controlling the mouse just by bending this around, so I think that's cool. This is part of our presentation mode, so eventually what we want to do is we're going to draw a laser pointer on the screen, and then when you hold down this button, you can kind of just point and click a little bit. Right now it's taking in roll and pitch. I think that's a pig.
Yeah.
Well, he's not bothering anyone. But anyway, that's what it does so far. So, pretty neat. I think Reroot's really cool. I'm really glad to be working on it. Are there any questions? Yes.
I guess one of the issues is like, what happens if like someone else you know, the QR code is nice, but like if you're like in a public area, someone might take, you know,
Someone
maybe
scans
it gets
it
popular
before you
enough
can
that someone
scan
else
it.
would do the same thing, and then suddenly they're controlling your computer.
Well, I guess you can actually connect multiple devices to the same computer. So if we had 2 Androids here that both ran the application, we could both connect to it and then fight over the mouse. So I guess the only way to prevent that is just to be sneaky when you're scanning it. Make sure no one else can steal your computer control.
You can always disconnect devices from the server, so if you know that happens, you can do that. Only one person can scan the same QR code, so if you're beaten to it, you know somebody else scanned it, and you can disconnect them.
And I guess another thing along the line is this, do you have to do the same process to do multiple connects, like to constantly connect to the connect it up, as in pair it up? So like, can you now just pull out your phone and it would automatically pair to your computer?
Well, because we are expecting, a lot of times because it connects based on your IP address, and because a lot of times your IP address will change at some point during the day, it does always pull up that camera. But like that's one of the reasons that we made the QR Connect code so effortless is because you do have to connect every time, but it's not a big deal. It's better than, because it used to be you had to type in your IP address and that was a big pain. No one wants to do that.
And if we do implement the Bluetooth pairing should be more permanent, I think. So that would be a quicker alternative.
Peter?
So I think it looks really cool, and it's a very inventive way to pair stuff, right? Like you don't have to type in any passcodes or anything like that. You just buzz a QR code. So you mentioned, Beth, that you were working on some accelerometer stuff. I was checking out your blog, and it seems like really exciting getting accelerometer-based stuff. What are the other members of the team working on this semester? Like, do you guys have set goals for each person?
Yeah, we do. Traditionally, I was always the client person when we were in SD&D, and Colin here was the server guy.
Yeah, handling input management and stuff
Right.
like that.
Griffin, who's our other member who couldn't be here today, he did a lot of work bridging the gap between the two and kind of taking care of, he did the encryption stuff and he did a lot of the more complex stuff, I guess. And Justin's new to our team.
Yeah, I'm the
this year.
new guy, so I'm going to be working on the UI on the client side to make it look nice and pretty and entice people to come and use it.
So we do have goals. Back there.
I was just wondering, how's the latency? I noticed it looked pretty good when you're controlling it. Is it like instant feedback when you move this?
Yeah, the latency has been pretty good in all our tests so far. Based on how complex input we do, we may have to speed it up, but for now, I think it's fine.
Are you using UDP or TCP?
We're using UDP.
Okay. So for the pipeline thing, that audio video pipeline, or would you probably do both or something?
We haven't really looked into it
we
that
haven't
much
looked
yet.
into it that much yet.
Yes.
So I really like you guys' Bluetooth idea. I thought it was really good. There are some things you probably want to consider when you're doing Bluetooth. One is that when you're on a plane and you put your phone in plane mode, I'm pretty sure it turns off Bluetooth. So that's just one thing. And also, if you're doing because you're using it for a lot for games, so if you wanted to have like a LAN party or something, and there's a lot of Bluetooth devices and a lot of Wi-Fi going in the same area, you might have some problems. So I don't know. It would be cool if you guys got some USB support. You just plug it right in.
That's something that we were considering too, is USB. Seems like it would be easier than Wi-Fi or Bluetooth.
Yeah. So just heads up.
Okay.
With the Wi-Fi mode, does it have ad hoc capabilities?
Add-on sorry?
Ad hoc capability? Peer-to-peer like Bluetooth.
I don't know.
Like, do you have to be on a wireless?
Oh, yes. You do both have to be on the same wireless network to do it.
Okay.
We have had problems with proxy servers. I can't make it work at some of my friends' apartments' houses because they have a proxy, but it works anywhere on campus, and hopefully in most other wireless locations in the world.
So you can't set up a peer-to-peer relationship as ultimately over Wi-Fi is what you're saying, right?
We haven't really looked into that yet.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, if you just put your computer, let's say you're on a plane and you just want to ignore the fact that you should have your Wi-Fi card on, you just put it in
on now. You can get past 10,000
So you
feet.
can?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that seems like a good idea actually. I think that would probably work.
But then if you're playing an internet that needs the game, then you
Yeah.
better be plugged in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just on that, a lot of Android phones do not see ad hoc networks by
Oh.
default.
Well, maybe not such a good idea then.
I'm not sure how to get around that. I know people have done it, but I had trouble trying to do that.
Yeah. Good heads up.
Action? Yes. So you have right now a QR code in order to scan the controller. When people start making their own custom controllers to play games, are you going to have the data of that controller stored in the QR code?
Well, one thing that we wanted to do was set up a website. This is a pretty in the future kind of thing where people could write their own custom controllers in XML or whatever and upload it there, and then people who wanted to use it could then download it and it would have to download to both the phone and the server, and then the server and the phone would communicate to say which controllers are supported between the two. So I don't know if that answers your question, but
Yeah. And the other thing is, you said that you wanted to start controlling presentations
yes.
from the Android. I actually have a bunch of C++ code that runs on Windows.
Mm-hmm.
It takes input from an Android device to control PowerPoint presentations.
Yeah, I mean, I think technically I could have controlled this presentation with it. This thing isn't running anymore. I'm not, you'll just have to trust me, I'm not. But like, because all you have to do really is click to advance, and we have clicking down. But that's good to know. Check it out. All the way back there.
Just wondering, root in the Android community has a certain meaning to it. I'm just wondering why you chose this name.
Well, I think we were going for a play on words with the R-O-U-T or R-O-U-T-E version of the word, and I didn't pick the name. I think it's kind of good. Also, it has the square root
Yeah,
sign.
that looks good. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's what that is fine. It's an interaction.
Yeah.